I want to talk with you about your phone and your divorce for a minute, okay? So a lot of evidence that we get in divorce cases that we use in trial or in hearings in front of commissioners and judges comes from the phone. So let's discuss that, especially text messages. So let's discuss it. Text messages specifically, texting can really ruin marriages. I mean, sexting, all those sorts of things. They pull people apart, okay? And when you do that, it's still on your phone, and we can forensically go through and actually get those things, okay? So don't ever think that stuff on your phone is never gonna make it into court, because it does, and it does all the time. So keep that in mind. Breaking marriages apart. But then also, when you're getting divorced and you're communicating with your soon-to-be ex, just realize that all of those text messages, all of those horrible little memes you send, all of that stuff can be used in court. And some people are going to say, well, you can manipulate texts and whatnot, so you shouldn't use it. Yeah, that's all well and good, but 99% of the time here in Utah, the judges are going to look at it. Commissioners are going to look at it. So just be really careful about that sort of stuff. Now, there are communication tools that divorcing and divorced couples can use for communications that take away all of the doubt of what is said and manipulation, that type of thing. So there are those out there. My Family Wizard is the most popular one, and we use that a lot, actually. The nice thing about those is that everyone knows that that those communications are getting sent to the attorneys and the judge is going to see it, so it really kind of ratchets down the temperature. That's great. But you should be cognizant of the fact that anything you text is going to be used in court, okay? So keep that in mind. One other thing to really think about when it comes to phones in general is that if your soon-to-be ex really wants to use your phone as a locator or even spy on you through the phone, that sort of thing is absolutely possible and has been for about the last 10 years. And it's really not that hard. You can go on Amazon and buy the technology to do that sort of thing. So, and that doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it's really, really pernicious and terrible, okay? Because they're literally listening in on everything that you do. So I've had many cases where my client comes and says, I don't know how he knows this, but he knows where I am all the time. He knows my conversations the whole bit. I'm like, well, it's because of your phone. So get a new phone and don't give him the number, or shut off your phone and don't have it near you. So keep that in mind. That can happen. That usually doesn't, but that can, and it gets really, really bad when it gets to that point. Okay, so that's a little bit of the considerations about the phone. Now think about social media for a second. Let's change gears and talk about that. Same rules apply. If you're on Instagram, if you're DMing people, if you're communicating with your soon-to-be ex through Facebook or whatever, all that stuff is going to come in totally. All those nasty little videos you make and whatnot, all of that stuff can come in. And we can get all of that information from Instagram, from Facebook, from Snapchat. It's actually not very difficult for us as attorneys to get that info. Google as well. Google history, let me tell you, that is one of the greatest things ever. If you can get somebody's Google history and their searches and what their keystrokes on Google, that is just an absolute goldmine, and it's not that hard to get. You can get it all the time. So keep in mind that all of this stuff, you just have to assume all of it is going to come in front of a judge, okay? So those are the major things when it comes to social media and when it comes to the phone.